Good morning students. I hope you are all doing good. Let us see what we are going to discuss in today's class. Good morning, ma'am. In previous class we have seen that what is the formula for Kc. This one we obtained by equalizing rate of forward reaction and backward reaction. At equilibrium the condition is rate of forward reaction must be equal to rate of backward reaction. So according to law of mass action, rate equation for forward reaction and this is rate equation for backward reaction. Both are equal. We have written Kf by Kb and this equation we got. Kf is constant and Kb is also constant, and we are going to give one new constant which is called K, but C is representing when reactants and products are expressed in concentration. Okay, ma'am. Now you need to remember one important point, that is square bracket of in this right side, square bracket is mentioning concentration. That is also molarity. We know that molarity is equal to N by V. Is it right? So wherever we have seen this square bracket, that square bracket is mentioning concentration. That concentration is nothing but molarity. So when equilibrium constant is expressed in concentration, that is called Kc. Means reactants and products are expressed in concentration, that is called Kc. Next we have to see Kb value also. When all the reactants and products are present in gas state, for example N2 plus 3H2 is in equilibrium with 2NH3. N2 plus 3H2 is in equilibrium with 2NH3. N2 is the gas, H2 is also gas, ammonia is also gas. When all are in gas state, then we can apply Kp. Okay, equilibrium constant when concentrations, products and reactants are expressed in pressures. P is called pressure, ma. Mainly pressure is the property of gas, so all must be in gas state only. So for this equilibrium, Kp is equal to partial vapor pressure of ammonia. Same what we have followed for Kc, here also we are following same thing. Right side products concentration, there we have followed. Here products pressure raised to their power of coefficient divided by, here we have only one product na, so I wrote partial pressure of NH3 raised to the power of 2 divided by partial pressure of N2 raised to the power of 1 into partial pressure of H2 raised to the power of 3. So for this equation, for this equilibrium condition, this is the Kp value. There is no difference between Kc and Kp. Only difference is in Kc all the reactants and products are expressed in concentration. In Kp all the reactants and products are expressed in pressures. Is it okay? Now this is for N2 and H2 only. I am going to consider now for a general equation small a capital A gas plus small b capital B gas is in equilibrium with small c capital C gas plus small d capital D gas. Now these are all present in gas state only na. For this equilibrium apply Kp value. Kp is equal to partial pressure of C raised to the power of small c into partial pressure of D raised to the power of small d divided by partial pressure of A raised to the power of small a into partial pressure of B raised to the power of small b. Right side products raised to their power of coefficients. divided by reactants raised to the power of coefficients. This is Kp value we have written. But from ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT but from ideal gas equation, PV is equal to nRT. This equation, ideal gas equation, I am going to apply for gas C, gas A, gas B, gas D. For all the gases I am going to apply PV is equal to nRT formula. So first for gas A, before going to apply for gas A, P is equal to N by V RT. V I am sending that side, then it will become N by V RT, where N by V is equal to molarity. So this implies P is equal to CRT. C is equal to concentration. N by V is called molarity, which is written as concentration. So P is equal to CRT. For gas A, partial vapor pressure of gas A is equal to concentration of A into RT. Okay ma? Next, for gas B, partial vapor pressure of B is equal to, I am applying this one, P is equal to CRT for every gas. PB is equal to concentration of B into RT. For gas C, partial pressure of C is equal to concentration of C into RT. For gas D, partial vapor pressure of D is equal to concentration of D into RT. Substitute these values here. PA is equal to CA into RT here. PB is equal to CB into RT here. Like that PC. Correspondingly, substitute all these values in Kp. This implies Kp is equal to partial pressure of C means concentration of C. I am writing this concentration of C like this ma. Concentration of C, I am writing it as square bracket. Here C is nothing but concentration only na. I am writing that C as concentration. This is C. Concentration of C into RT raised to the power of C. Same, PD means concentration of D into RT raised to the power of D. Concentration of D into RT raised to the power of small d divided by concentration of A into RT raised to the power of small a, concentration of B into RT raised to the power of small b. This implies Kp is equal to, concentrations alone I am writing separately, concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. Concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B into RT are there na, RT power C and D are there, A power M into A power N, it will be equal to A power M plus N, RT power C plus D. don't cancel that one, my powers are different, into denominator RT is there na, that one also I am bringing to numerator. It will become minus of a plus b, because in denominator RT power a into RT power b, it will become RT power a plus b. RT power a plus b coming to numerator, it will become minus of a plus b. Till this, is it clear, ma? Observe this one, concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. This is equal to Kc. So this implies Kp is equal to, observe in previous class already we have discussed that, Kc here, concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B is equal to Kc. Kp is equal to this value alone, Kc, into RT power C plus D kept in one bracket minus of A plus B. This is in the form of a power m into a power minus n. Simply we can write a power m minus n. A power m is C plus D minus of a plus b. Kp is equal to Kc into RT power C plus D minus of a plus b. Once again I am writing this equation, ma. Kp is equal to Kc into RT power C plus D minus of A plus B. If you observe, C plus D is equal to sum of coefficients of products. Sum of coefficients of products, those are nothing but total number of moles of products. Is it correct or not? C is the coefficient of capital C, small d is the coefficient of capital D. Those coefficients are nothing but, stoichiometric coefficients are nothing but number of moles of C and D respectively. So those sum is nothing but sum of coefficients of products, which is equal to total number of moles of products. In the same way, A plus B is equal to sum of coefficients of reactants. A plus B is equal to sum of coefficients of reactants, which is equal to total number of moles of reactants. Therefore, I am writing C plus D is equal to number of moles of products, total number of moles of products, and A plus B is equal to number of moles of reactants. Then Kp is equal to Kc into RT power number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants. Number of moles of products minus number of moles of reactants, I am writing it as delta N, difference in number of moles. Therefore, Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta N, where delta N is equal to Np minus Nr, number of moles on product side minus number of moles on reactant side. This is the relation between Kp and Kc. Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta n. When number of moles on product side is equal to number of moles on reactant side, delta n is equal to 0. This implies Kp is equal to Kc. In this condition, Kp is equal to getting easy, Kc. Np is equal to Nr means number of moles on product side is equal to number of moles on reactant side. For example, H2 plus I2 is in equilibrium with 2Hi. Number of moles on product side is 1, it is 2 man. Number of moles on reactant side total 1 plus 1, 2. Both are same na. In this condition, for this re-equilibrium, Kp is equal to Kc. For this equilibrium, Kp is equal to Kc. Is it clear, all of you? This is in what way we are going to say the relation between Kp and Kc. Depending on that, so many problems will be there. Please remember carefully. Kp is equal to Kc. Generally, we will get in the condition where number of moles on right hand side and number of moles on left hand side will be same. Otherwise, simply we have to write Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta n. Okay ma. Now we will see some applications related to equilibrium constant K, Kc. See first one. For a equilibrium, small a capital A plus small b capital B is in equilibrium with small c capital C plus small d capital D. This equilibrium is attained by taking reactants initially. Already we told that equilibrium can be attained from both the directions. By taking reactants initially or by taking products initially, we can obtain equilibrium. So this is the equation we got equilibrium by taking reactants initially. For this, what is the Kc value? Kc is equal to concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. This is Kc value. If you obtain equilibrium by reversing this reactants and products, it will be getting as small c capital C plus small d capital D is in equilibrium with small a capital A plus small b capital B. For this, I am going to apply equilibrium constant Kc dash. Kc dash is equal to capital A power A, concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B divided by concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D. When we reverse the reaction by making products as reactants and reactants as products, we got two equilibrium constants. Those two are related as Kc is equal to 1 by K dash C. When we reverse the reaction, equilibrium constant is getting reciprocal. So this is forward process equilibrium Kc. This is backward process, means by taking products as reactants here we have gotten Kc dash. Relation between these two is Kc is equal to K dash C. Observe, by making K dash C inverse, this concentration of A power A and concentration of B power B, if you bring down, here in down we will get Kc value. Okay, so K dash C and Kc are related as Kc is equal to 1 by K dash C or K dash C is equal to 1 by Kc. Both are same only. Is it okay, ma? This is the relation when we reverse that equation. Is it okay? Next, second one. A capital A plus small b capital B is in equilibrium with small c capital C plus small d capital D. Kc is equal to concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. Okay, this is equation 1. Now this is equation 1 and this is equation 2 ma. Kc formula I am writing it as 2. This is equation 1. Dividing equation 1 with 2. Dividing equation 1 with 2. Then equation 1 will become A by 2 capital A plus B by 2 capital B is in equilibrium with C by 2 capital C plus D by 2 capital D. Then the equation will become A by 2 capital A plus B by 2 capital B is equal to C by 2 capital C plus D by 2 capital D. For this apply Kc value. That means I am going to write K dash C ma. K dash C is equal to concentration of C power C by 2 into concentration of D power D by 2 divided by concentration of A power A by 2 into concentration of B power B by 2. Okay ma. This one I am going to write it as concentration of C power C whole power 1 by 2 into concentration of D power D whole power 1 by 2 divided by concentration of A power A whole power 1 by 2 into concentration of B power B whole power 1 by 2 is equal to concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B whole power 1 by 2. Observe, concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B is called Kc from equation 2. So this is equal to Kc power 1 by 2. Anything power 1 by 2 we can write it as root. So when we divide the same equation, this equation with 2, when we divide with 2, a new equilibrium constant is obtained. That new equilibrium constant and old equilibrium constant are related as K dash C is equal to root of Kc. This equation we got relation when it is divided by 2. When the whole equation is divided by 3, then K dash C is equal to cubed root of Kc. K double dash C is equal to cubed root of Kc. When equation is divided by n, then Kc dash, like that it will be going on ma. Kc dash power n, like that we can write n minus 1 is equal to nth root of Kc. This much no need, you can remember this one. Whatever the value we are going to divide with that one, okay, the newly obtained equilibrium constant is related to old equilibrium constant by making it as power 1 by 2. We have divided with 2 na, so K dash C is equal to Kc power 1 by 2. If it is divided by 3, k dash c is equal to kc power 1 by 3. K dash c is equal to kc power 1 by 4. Like that, k dash c is equal to kc power 1 by 5, 1 by n. If it is divided by n, that is enough. Okay ma, these are the applications related to kc value 1 and 2. When we reverse the equilibrium and we obtained by taking the products initially, then the equation also will be becoming reciprocal. In that condition, k dash c is equal to 1 by kc or kc is equal to 1 by k dash c. Already we have seen that one. This is second application. When the equation without reversing that one, we have divided with 2 ma, then it is going to be equal to k dash c is equal to root of kc. K dash c is equal to root of kc. Is it okay till now? So this is about relation between kc and kp, as well as some applications related to kc also. Next we will see our next side heading, that is reaction quotient. Our next side heading is reaction quotient, which is represented by QC. Okay, for your understanding purpose, I am going to take one line ma. On this line, here reactants are there, here products are there. In between somewhere we got equilibrium. At equilibrium, Kc is equal to concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. This Kc value is correct at equilibrium only. Is it okay? But at any point of time, here, suppose for example I have started with reactants. Okay, this is the reaction ma. This is the reaction whose Kc value is known to us. This is the reaction whose Kc value is known. Let us consider Kc is equal to 2. That means C power C into D power D divided by A power A into B power B, we got Kc is equal to 2. When we see Kc is equal to 2, then only equilibrium is attained. Is it correct or not? When we see Kc is equal to 2, then only equilibrium is attained. That is this point. Now, what I am going to do? The same formula I am going to apply at different points. Suppose reactants, they are converted to products. Now the reaction is started. Slowly I observed at this point. I observed this point and I applied the formula concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. At this point of time, here we did not get equilibrium, meaning concentration of A and B will be less, will be high, concentration of C and D will be low when compared to here. Is it correct or not? Now when we apply this formula at another point, not at equilibrium, that is called reaction coefficient. Same formula I am applying. Actually at this equilibrium only these concentrations exactly matched and we got Kc value correctly 2. But at any other point of time, at any other point, suppose here I considered, I observed, scientist observed here, and he has taken concentration of C here, concentration of D here, concentration of A and concentration of B. By applying those, he got Qc value 0.1. By applying those numerical values at this point, he got QC value 0.1. So we will confirm that equilibrium is not attained because Kc value is known to us already. Kc is already known to us, that is 2. When we have seen that this QC is getting equal to Kc, then we can say equilibrium is attained. Okay, so QC and Kc both are same only. At any other point of time, this Kc is nothing but QC. Or we can say whether the reaction attains equilibrium or not, by seeing the reaction coefficient value we can understand. Suppose at this point of time I observed the same formula and I got QC is equal to concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B. I got it as 0.3. Then also I understood that it did not attain value 2. That's why QC means some more time it should be taken place to undergo the reaction to form equilibrium. Next, at this point of time I observed that QC value, I got it as 0.9. At this point of time I observed QC is equal to 1.5. At this point of time QC is equal to 1.9. Finally I waited some more time, then finally I got up to here, then QC is equal to 2. When QC is equal to 2, that is equal to Kc, then the equilibrium is attained. When QC is equal to Kc, equilibrium is attained. So left hand side fully QC value is less than Kc value. So left hand side fully QC is less than Kc. Right hand side fully here QC is greater than Kc. Here Kc value, this full region Kc value is greater than QC value is greater than Kc. In this region QC is less than Kc. At this point only Kc is equal to QC. This point QC is equal to Kc, equilibrium is attained. Then what is the use of this reaction coefficient? Use of the reaction coefficient is whether the equilibrium is attained or not. Can be understood by using QC value. Then how? If QC is less than Kc, forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. When QC is less than Kc, forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is greater than Kc, QC is greater than Kc means here, that means it crossed the equilibrium, then backward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is less than Kc, somewhere here so forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. That only I am writing here. If QC is less than Kc, forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is greater than Kc, backward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is equal to Kc, then equilibrium is attained. These are the points we will come to know by using reaction coefficient. Same formula only, concentration of C power C into concentration of D power D divided by concentration of A power A into concentration of B power B only, but it will take some time to attain equilibrium na. Meanwhile scientists try to know whether the reaction it is attained equilibrium or not. Then they have checked the concentration of this formula, that is equal to QC. At any other point of view, this Kc formula is nothing but QC only. At the correctly equilibrium condition, both QC and Kc are same. That is the importance of this QC. Importance of QC is whether the equilibrium is attained or not can be understood by using QC value. And these are the conditions. If QC is less than Kc, forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is greater than Kc, backward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is equal to Kc, then equilibrium is attained. I hope you are clear, ma. And in today's class, we have started with relation between Kp and Kc. We have derived that relation between Kp and Kc as Kp is equal to Kc into RT power delta N, where delta N is equal to number of moles, total number of moles on product side minus total number of moles on reactant side. When Np is equal to Nr, delta N is equal to 0, Kp is equal to Kc. Next, applications of this equilibrium constant. When we attain equilibrium by reversing the reaction, then Kc is equal to 1 by K dash C. Like the second one, when we divide with 2 or any other value, automatically how do you write the new equilibrium constant? K dash C is equal to Kc power 1 by 2. Like that we have written. And what about the importance of this reaction coefficient we have seen? Reaction coefficient is represented by QC. When QC is less than Kc, forward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is greater than Kc, backward reaction must be taken place to attain equilibrium. If QC is equal to Kc, then equilibrium is attained. These are the things we have studied in today's class. I hope you are clear. Okay, in next class we will see factors affecting equilibrium constant or equilibrium. In what way we are going to see that factors affecting equilibrium constant, all those things we will see in next class. By two more classes, next class and after that one more class. By 2 more classes we will complete chemical equilibrium. Okay, after completion of this chemical equilibrium we will start ionic equilibrium. That is about today's class. I hope you are clear. Thank you all. Have a nice day.